these characters because we have the same stores and I have the Ultraman. Was my collection. So I had so many Japanese characters and anime. I'm talking about over 4 years ago.
じゃあなんで日本にはこんなたくさんの種類のキャラクターのお面があるんだと思いますかね
I think because in Japan they have like anime cartoon. So once they have anime cartoon, like everyone wanna be like them. Most of the Thai kids love wearing Japanese masks because they love the cartoon.
I think also related to the manga and anime, like manga and anime is not just for kids in Japan, it's for everybody, no matter what age. So it's just not only kids, it's the whole of Japan, I feel like. We wear masks.
ここで皆さんの国の代表的なお面
ネズミ
をご
よりもこっ
紹
ちの方
介。
が気になる
イ
んだよ。
タリアの一番代表的なお面っていうのはどういうやつ
This is not a character, but it's just to consider during carnival. So even at carnival, it becomes something that you really change your behavior in society.
ちょっとして
You
その
could,
猫もか
speak straight to the, normal
これを見てるの
or like rich people, even if you are very poor. So it's needed in the society once in a year.
なるほどなるほど
I would say that probably the lucha libre, the professional wrestlers, that's like huge, popular still in Mexico, and it's part of the culture too. So any event, even in concerts or like sports events.
それはまた別にプロレスじゃなくてもいつでも被るわけ
Yeah. So then it's part of the identity. We got travel abroad. We always bring our own mask in our suitcase.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I do.
すごいな
日本人がこうはちまきてるから
いや本当あとは新中国の代表的なお面って何ですか
We have a Peking opera, she's an opera, and we use a lot of masks in this opera. And when you see the one, and the color of the mask have its own meanings. Red is for someone who is of integrity.
なるほどねあとタイは有名なの
Yeah, in Thailand we also like we wear masks only in the theater. This mask we call Hua Kun. Yeah, normally it's quite like expensive and heavy, so you don't really play around with it or like wearing in the daily life.
そうですかさあというわけで次マスクフェスティバルですね自分たちでお面を作っていましたけどあれについてはどう思いましたですかクリスチャンどうですか
I think in Japan, people, to keep a sense of community, always have something that brings people together. No matter how niche your hobby is, you will find a group that is actively pursuing that niche hobby and fine-tuning and developing it. But do I appreciate the effort they're putting into, fine-tuning the mask? I think it's actually amazing.
I think Japanese people like the handmade, handcraft, and mask is one of the things that you can really pay attention into the detail, which is really showing the Japanese culture.
I mean, this type of, developing ideas and putting layer after layer, like this is very Japanese. So, like mask, like a teapot. That's pretty funny. You see, wow. It's like no boundary. It's kind of acceptable. Anything. And it goes beyond every time.
そして VTR の最後に出てくる実在の人物をリアルに模したお面があったと思うんですけれども、顔の買い取りの募集をかけた時に条件がありまして、日本人かつ東京在住っていう条件だったにもかかわらず、応募してきた人の半分以上は外国人だったそうです。でしかもその多くは自信満々で、ぜひ私の顔をマスクにしてほしいという要望でした。
マスクにしろみたいなってきたわけですか私もやってみたいっていう人いますリアルお面を私のお面を作ってみたい作ってほしい
So I was thinking about this. I would actually love that, but I would have my own face with my makeup on made into a mask, so that on a day that I didn't want to get ready, I could just put my own face on quickly and go. That would be such a great use of it. Like, I love
知らない人が買うんですよ皆さん分かってます
I think it's just like for me, it's just for fun.
Yeah.
Like spice things up just for fun. Sometimes you get mad, sometimes you get angry. But I want my kid to see my face like smiling all the time.
面は皆さんの国で受けますかね。
No.
No, really, no.
No, because I feel like Japan has a really odd sense of humor sometimes. Like, it's not immediately noticeable. It's like, oh God. I don't think people would get it. They would either be freaked out or they might react negatively, possibly.
Well, I've seen like people wearing masks of somebody else, but they're famous, like artists or sports, you know. As long as you're famous and you buy for your fan, it would be nice, but your own mask, I don't know who's gonna buy my mask, right?
さあ、なんで日本にはお面を使っていろいろと楽しもうとする人が多いんだと思います。
I mean, I think it's just a way to showcase creativity. It's like fun to get to show that off and like have people admire it and compliment you on it.
I think Japan has a history of masks. I think in Japan a mask is seen as something that's good. A mask makes you find a new identity.
なるほど。
I also think that some people in Japan feel like wearing the masks shows their true identity. But when they wear something over their face, then they can truly be themselves. And I feel like in Japan there's a lot of like, if you're a certain kind of person, you should act a certain way. So wearing especially the full head mask, like you don't know if they're male, female, or what. Like you can just be anything you want to be. So it must be freeing and relaxing.
さあ、というわけでいろいろお面事情いかがですかね、これ。
今ここで日本の現代にこんだけお面っていうのが持ってる意味っていうのは必ずしも世界と共通ではない。なんとなくやっぱり日本っていうのはこうある意味でのアニミスムとかこのお祭りとかそういうものを通じてお面の文化ってずっとあるんだけど、それが今の時代に何かみんなこう若い人たちのこう一つのプレイ、自分をプレイするっていう方向にうまくこうピタッときてるんじゃないかな。だからこう自分をプレイする感覚にいろんな自分をプレイしますと。私は一つこう決まってるんじゃなくて、こういうふうにもなれるし、こうなれるし、こうなって全部こうでも遊びだからねみたいなこの楽